Chapter 1. Benny wakes up sleepy. The sun was setting in the big forest, turning the sky a soft, sleepy orange. The trees yawned as the wind tickled their branches, and the flowers slowly closed their petals for the night. Way down below, in a cozy little cave, Benny the bear stretched out his furry paws. Oh boy, Benny yawned. I think I'm ready for bed. But maybe, just maybe, I'll take the long way home tonight. Benny was a little bear with soft brown fur, a round belly, and the biggest yawn you've ever seen. When Benny yawned, even the butterflies yawned with him. He looked around and gave a big sleepy sigh. Everything feels so quiet tonight. The forest sounds like it's getting ready for bed too. Benny sat down on a smooth rock and wiggled his little toes. Ooh, my toes feel tired. I think they're ready to rest. Can you wiggle your toes just like Benny? Give them a little wiggle, and now let them rest. Nice and still. Benny looked at his paws. My paws feel kinda heavy, like they don't want to move anymore. Can you feel your hands now? Maybe your hands feel a little heavy too. Let's give them one last wiggle and then let them rest. Ah, there you go. The wind blew gently through the trees, whispering, "Shh, it's time to slow down." Benny took a deep breath in and let it out slow and soft. Can you take a big bear breath with Benny? Breathe in, nice and slow. And breathe out, soft like the wind. Benny smiled. That feels pretty good. I think I'm ready for my sleepy walk home. But first, another yawn. Benny's mouth opened so wide he almost swallowed a firefly. The little firefly blinked at him and giggled. Careful, Benny, I'm not a bedtime snack. Benny giggled too. Oops, sorry, little firefly, I guess I really am getting sleepy. The firefly winked. It's okay, Benny. Sweet dreams. And just like that, the firefly zipped off into the night sky, leaving a soft golden glow behind. Benny smiled as he watched it go. Yep, it's time. Time for my sleepy walk through the forest. And with one more deep breath, Benny stood up slowly, paws heavy, eyes sleepy, ready to begin his gentle journey home. Chapter 2. The Whispering Meadow. Benny walked slowly through the forest, his paws making soft crunch sounds on the leaves. The sky was getting darker now, and the stars were just starting to peek out. Soon, Benny came to his favorite place, the big, wide meadow. The flowers were swaying gently like they were dancing in their pajamas, getting ready for bed. Benny smiled sleepily. Hey, flowers, he whispered. You all look so cozy. Out from behind a patch of tall grass popped Willow the Wise Rabbit. She wore a tiny leaf hat and blinked her sleepy eyes. Benny, what are you doing out here? It's almost bedtime. Benny yawned so big, Willow's ears flopped in the breeze. I'm heading home to my den, Benny said, but I thought I'd visit the meadow first. Everything feels so calm here. Willow nodded. That's because the meadow knows how to breathe, Benny. Watch the flowers. They sway with the wind, nice and slow, just like breathing. Benny blinked. Really? I didn't know flowers breathed, Willow giggled. Well, not really, but they sure look like they do. Want to try it? Benny stood still and watched the flowers. They leaned one way and then the other, nice and slow. Let's breathe with the flowers, Willow whispered. Ready? Breathe in, nice and slow. Fill your belly like a big balloon. Benny took a deep bear breath. Hoo! Now let it out, slow like the wind, Willow whispered. Ha! Can you try it too? Breathe in, fill your belly big like Benny, and now let it out, soft and slow. Benny smiled. That feels pretty good. He flopped down in the soft grass. My legs feel heavy now like big sleepy logs. Willow nodded. That means your body's getting ready for sleep. That's what happens in the meadow. Everything gets slow and heavy and ready for dreaming. Benny wiggled his toes once, then let them rest. Yep, my toes are officially done for the day. The wind whispered through grass again. Shh! Slow and sleepy now. Willow yawned a huge rabbit yawn. Well, Benny, I'm off to my burrow. Sweet dreams! Benny smiled sleepily. Sweet dreams, Willow. And with that, Benny stood up slowly, feeling his legs heavy and strong like tree trunks. He gave one last sleepy wave and wandered on toward the river, ready for the next part of his journey home. Chapter 3. The Gentle River Crossing. Benny's paws felt heavier as he walked, and his eyes blinked slowly, once, twice, just like he was already half asleep. Before long, he reached the gentle river. The water moved slowly like it was sleepy too. Little leaves floated by, spinning and twirling as the current carried them downstream. Benny sat down on a smooth rock and smiled. "Hello, River," he whispered. "You're looking extra sleepy tonight." The river gurgled softly like it was giggling. "Hello, Benny. Ready to cross?" Just then, a shiny green shell popped up from the water. It was Olive the turtle. She blinked slowly and waved a little flipper. "Hey there, Benny. What's the hurry? You're moving fast for someone ready for bed." Benny laughed a quiet, sleepy laugh. "I guess I just want to get home to my den." Olive grinned. "Well, slow and steady is the way, Benny. You don't want to rush when your body's getting ready for sleep. Want me to show you how to float along nice and easy?" Benny nodded and scooted closer to the river's edge. Olive pointed to the floating leaves. "See those? They're not worried about where they're going. The river carries them, nice and slow, just like our worries float away when we're getting sleepy." Benny watched the leaves drift by. "That looks pretty nice. Want to try it, Benny?" Olive asked. "Let's imagine we're floating too. Feel your body get heavy, heavy, like you're sinking into the grass. Ready? Breathe in, fill up your belly like a big bear balloon." Benny took a deep breath. "Can you try too?" "Breathe in, fill your belly, hold it. Now blow it out slow, like the river," Olive whispered. "Let it all go." Benny exhaled long and soft. "Ah! That's it," Olive smiled. "Let's do one more, just for fun." Benny grinned and took another slow breath and let it out, watching the leaves float by, nice and easy. Olive yawned a big turtle yawn. "See? Now your whole body feels softer, heavier, like it's ready to float all the way home." Benny's eyes blinked slowly. "My head feels heavy now, too, like it's full of honey," he giggled. Olive laughed. "That's the best kind of heavy, Benny. Honey head means sweet dreams are coming." Benny stood up slow, so slow, he could almost feel the sleepy river carrying him. "Thanks, Olive. I'll see you tomorrow." Olive waved. "Good night, Benny. Don't forget to float your worries away." Benny smiled, gave one more sleepy sigh, and continued on, his paws heavy, his heart calm, ready for whatever came next. Chapter 4, The Sleepy Owl's Tree. Benny wandered through the forest, feeling slower, sleepier, and heavier with every step. Even the crickets were whispering now instead of chirping. Up ahead, Benny spotted a tall old tree with branches that reached all the way up to the stars. Tucked high on one branch was Sage the sleepy owl, blinking her big round eyes. Benny smiled and waved. "Hi, Sage, you still awake?" Sage gave a soft hoot. "Whew, barely. I was just about to close my eyes. What are you doing out here, Benny?" Benny yawned so big, Sage yawned too. "I'm walking home. Real slow, real sleepy." Benny mumbled. "I met Willow and Olive, and now my paws feel like big, heavy rocks." Sage chuckled. "That means you're almost ready for sleep, little bear." She fluffed her feathers and looked down kindly. "You know, I have a trick that helps me fall asleep fast. Would you like to try it?" Benny blinked slowly. "Is it a hoot trick?" he giggled. Sage laughed softly. "Kind of. It's called the sleepy hoot. I breathe in really slow, and then I let out the softest hoot I can." Sage took a big, slow breath. "Hoo!" The sound was so soft it felt like a blanket wrapping around Benny. "Want to try, Benny?" Sage asked. "Let's do it together. Ready?" Benny nodded. "Okay, breathe in nice and slow. Can you do it too?" Breathe in. Big and slow. And now let it out, soft like an owl's hoot. "Hoo!" Benny giggled. "That feels funny, but also kinda nice." Sage smiled sleepily. "See, when you hoot, your whole body gets softer, your thoughts get quiet, and your eyes get heavier." Benny yawned again. "My eyes are so heavy now, like someone glued little rocks on my eyelids." Sage chuckled. "That means you're ready for sleep, Benny. Pretty soon you won't even hear the crickets." Benny looked up at the starry sky. I think I'm ready to curl up soon." Sage fluffed her feathers once more. "Good, now off you go, little bear. Your cozy den is waiting." Benny gave a slow wave. "Good night, Sage. Thank you for the sleepy hoots." Sage hooted softly. "Hoo! Good night, Benny. Dream sweet." And with that, Benny took one last slow, sleepy breath and made his way toward home, ready for the coziest part of all. Chapter 5, Benny's Cozy Den. The forest was quiet now. Even the wind had fallen asleep. Benny's paws felt like they were barely moving, so heavy, so slow, like walking through a dream. At last, Benny saw it. His cozy den, tucked under a hill covered in soft moss. The moon peeked out from behind a cloud, smiling down at him. Benny yawned the biggest yawn of the night. "Ah, I made it, finally." Inside the den, everything was soft and warm. There was a little pile of leaves for a pillow and a blanket made of moss and feathers. It smelled like sunshine and honey, Benny's favorite. Benny shuffled inside and plopped down with a plop. This feels so good. He stretched his legs one last time, wiggled his toes and let them rest. Can you stretch your legs like Benny and let them get soft and still? Benny rested his head on his pillow. My head feels heavy, like it's full of dreams waiting to come out. He took one last deep bear breath. Can you breathe with Benny? Breathe in slow, fill your belly, and breathe out soft like a quiet whisper. Everything feels just right now, Benny mumbled. My paws are resting, my belly is warm, my eyes are so sleepy. The moonlight shined gently through the den's door. The forest whispered, "Shh, sleep now, little bear." Benny smiled, his eyes closed tight. "Good night, world. See you in the morning." And just like that, Benny drifted off, dreaming of meadows, rivers, and sleepy owl hoots, warm, safe, and sound asleep. And now you can rest too. Your body is soft and still, your eyes are heavy, and your dreams are waiting. Good night, little one. Sleep tight.